Start off by having you guys introduce yourself, please. Your name.
Hey, Daryl Satcher, adjunct professor, teach oral expressions here in the English department at Columbia College.
And I am Derek Streeter, Training and Development Manager in Office of Human Resources here at Columbia College. I think it was originally conceived by an idea by Kimberly Weatherly, the Director of African American Cultural Affairs, who had an idea to bring, because they were doing a lot of events and a lot of black men weren't actually coming out to them, she thought that it would be a good idea for us to do something a little separate and see how that would take with brothers coming in and opening up and really having meaningful discussions, not just kicking it about sports and what's going on in entertainment, but having some real meaningful conversations. So she called Daryl, myself, and Arthur Davis, who isn't here today, Chicago police detective, who's also part of the founding fathers of the Barbershop, to get together and bring brothers together for just real talk, so real discussions, and to really get their feedback and have them kind of take control of the conversation.
And a brilliant move she made was she went to the students and asked them for ideas on what the setup and the format would be. And they went through different things and said, well, maybe get together and chit-chat about this. And it's like, we don't chit-chat, we chop it up. So yeah. That's where the whole barbershop idea came, that's when brothers truly talk.
Yep.
So that's where it came. And we actually have barbers, we have food, we have barbers on the site. So, it's funny talking to students. I don't know if you've had this, where guys that haven't had a haircut in a while, and they're just counting down the days where they can come and get a free haircut at the barbershop.
Wow.
Sometimes we got to be a little creative with that.
Yeah.
Arthur has been great about being able to provide barbers. There's also a barbershop in the Congress Hotel a couple of blocks down, and we've had barbers come from there a couple of times. We are working on making sure they get paid for everyone. We're looking for funding for that now. Well, I really feel like I was blessed, and I didn't realize it until I got to college. I had a father, I had grandfathers, uncles, lots of mentors. I even had a male mentor in college who wasn't related. So I didn't really realize that people didn't grow up with that the majority of people didn't grow up with fathers until I got to college. And I don't know, not that I had it easy, but I felt that I was incredibly blessed and had an advantage because I had role models to look up to, continue to look up to. And just finding that a lot of brothers don't have that nowadays, and it's getting worse and worse. And we're also both fathers too. So I think just that those fatherly instincts take over. So for years actually, I've been looking for something like this to become a part of, to help young brothers out. So that's what makes me so passionate and so excited about it.
Yeah, I think I'm inspired for the same reason, just kind of on the opposite end of the pole, because I didn't have a father figure growing up, and I didn't have those male figures around me. And I remember when I first came to Columbia, I was kind of looking for that some kind of mentorship or somebody to kind of, just grab me. First generation college student, not really very familiar with the whole concept of higher education. Didn't really find that here when I was a student here back in the early 90s. So coming back to this again, when the idea arose, I just found it to be an extraordinary idea to actually bring brothers together for real talk. And we're not lecturing them, we're having conversation like man to man, and we're inviting them to challenge ideas, to express themselves however they see fit. So we're not asking people to come in to conform to an idea, we're asking people just to come in and really be yourself.
And we have students who are actually part of the planning and of the discussions, and I don't know Brandon's last name.
I don't know Brandon's last
name.
But
Brandon, he actually said, I'm looking to you for answers, and we're looking to you for answers because we don't have older men to go to and ask. And he actually thought of the last discussion idea of communicating, how to communicate in the world, how to communicate with the cops if you get pulled over, which is a great discussion.
Yeah, it was a really discussion.
Arthur led.
Yeah, saw that.
How to talk in the professional world and how to talk when it comes to relationships with the women in our lives, which is also pretty raw.
Not go the slang route because I do not want to be Rodney King. I would say, excuse me, sir, what is the problem? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. We laugh, but he'll treat you like a different type of black because they want to know what category you fall in. If you say, Nick, what's all this about? He gonna hit you upside your head, throw you to the floor. If you say, excuse me, what is the problem? Or you speak like you know how to speak. He gonna talk to you like you know how to talk, and you won't get beat up necessarily.
Different way I treat cops in Chicago than I do in Indianapolis. Because Chicago cops got a different demeanor. Like y'all be looking like y'all play with them. But Indianapolis cops, they be on. You just shut up. You can get away with a whole lot more in Indianapolis. They still shoot you and beat you over the head. You know what I'm saying? You can go a little bit further, but here I will be way more respectful because I know y'all got like serious crimes here. Like, I mean, it's more serious here.
Well, here's the thing. You grab him, throw him up against the wall, right? You don't know why he's being thrown up against the wall. You don't know why you're being thrown up against the wall. It could be this particular guy or somebody that looks just like him just shot and killed somebody. So assuming the worst, you want to act the best at all times. Assuming that he's stopping you because he thinks that you just killed someone. In that case, you're not going to say, why the fuck you grabbed me? Comply, do what they tell you to do, and then you can ask.
I'm gonna be like, sir, I assure you.
Hold on.